The Myths You've Been Sold About Liberals, and The Truth You Deserve to Hear by Scott Young, aka Sinfamous Gamer. For far too long, a distorted caricature of the liberal has been weaponized to sow division, stoke fear, and drive wedges between neighbors, friends, and families. You've been told to fear a cartoonish villain, a radical liberal who's hell-bent on torching your church, seizing your firearms, banning your Bible, and forcing your children to bow to a faceless, authoritarian government. This narrative is not just misleading, it's a deliberate, calculated lie. It's a story designed to keep you angry, scared, and distrustful of the people who share your communities and your country. The truth? Most liberals are not the boogeyman you've been led to believe. We're your neighbors, your coworkers, your fellow Americans. We're not plotting to dismantle your way of life. We're not your enemy. It's time to dismantle the myths. Confront the propaganda and see the reality for what it is. Let's break it down myth by myth and uncover the truth you deserve to hear. Myth number 1. Liberals are all LGBTQ, abortion-having, America-hating radicals. The stereotype paints liberals as a monolithic group of rainbow flag-waving, abortion-obsessed radicals who despise America and everything it stands for. This couldn't be further from the truth. The reality. Liberals are a diverse group, and the vast majority don't fit this caricature. According to Gallup polls from 2023, only about 19% of Democrats identify as LGBTQ, meaning the overwhelming majority are cisgender and straight. When it comes to abortion, data from the Guttmacher Institute shows that only about 14% of women in the U.S. have ever had an abortion, and not all of them are liberals. Most liberals support access to safe, legal abortion as a matter of personal freedom, but that doesn't mean we're all out here demanding abortions for ourselves or others. Perhaps most surprising to those steeped in the myth is that liberals are not a godless horde. A 2020 Pew Research study found that 59% of Democrats identify as Christian, and many attend church regularly, pray, and hold deep spiritual beliefs. We're not burning Bibles or plotting to outlaw religion. We're often sitting in the pews right next to you. As for hating America, that's a tired trope that falls apart under scrutiny. Liberals love this country, enough to fight for its highest ideals even when it falls short. We critique America not because we despise it, but because we believe in its potential to be a beacon of freedom, equality, and opportunity for all. That's not anti-American, it's as American as it gets. Myth number 2. Liberals want to take away all your guns. The narrative goes that liberals are coming for your guns, determined to strip you of your Second Amendment rights and leave you defenseless. This fear-mongering has been a cornerstone of political rhetoric for decades, but it's a gross distortion of reality. The reality. Liberals don't want to confiscate your firearms. What we want is to keep kids safe from school shootings, prevent domestic abusers from accessing weapons, and reduce the staggering toll of gun violence. Over 40,000 deaths in 2022 alone, according to the Gun Violence Archive. Most liberals support common-sense reforms like universal background checks, supported by 87% of Americans, per a 2023 Pew poll. Red flag laws to temporarily remove guns from those deemed a threat, and restrictions on high-capacity magazines used in mass shootings. We believe in the Second Amendment just as we believe in the entire Constitution. The right to bear arms doesn't mean an unrestricted free-for-all, any more than free speech means you can yell fire in a crowded theater. The Supreme Court has consistently upheld that reasonable regulations are constitutional, and that's what we're advocating for. Not a Stalinist gun grab, but a balanced approach that respects rights while prioritizing safety. Myth number 3. Liberals hate free speech. You've heard it before. Liberals are the woke police, ready to cancel anyone who dares to speak their mind. The right has painted us as enemies of free expression, accusing us of silencing dissent and enforcing ideological conformity. The reality, the data tells a different story. According to the American Library Association, book bans in schools and libraries have surged in recent years, with over 4,200 titles targeted in 2023 alone, predominantly by conservative groups and lawmakers. These bans often focus on books dealing with race, gender, or sexuality, claiming they're inappropriate or divisive. Meanwhile, liberal groups are rarely, if ever, behind efforts to censor literature or silence voices. When was the last time a liberal movement pushed to criminalize teachers for discussing historical facts or acknowledging diverse identities? On the other hand, Laws like Florida's Don't Say Gay Bill 2022 and similar measures in other states have restricted educators' ability to discuss certain topics, effectively chilling free speech in classrooms. The real threat to open discourse often comes from those claiming to defend it, through moral panics over rainbow stickers, pronoun policies, or inclusive curricula. Liberals don't hate free speech, we champion it. We believe in robust debate even when it's uncomfortable. What we oppose is harassment, defamation, or incitement to violence, which aren't protected speech under the First Amendment. The goal isn't censorship, it's accountability. Myth number 4, liberals don't believe in law and order. The myth paints liberals as soft-on-crime anarchists who want criminals running free and chaos reigning in the streets. This caricature ignores the complexity of our views on justice and public safety. The reality: liberals want safe communities just as much as anyone else. We support law enforcement that serves and protects everyone, not just the privileged. But we also believe in accountability, especially for those in positions of power, like police officers who abuse their authority. The push for police reform, sparked by high-profile cases like George Floyd's killing in 2020, isn't about defunding law enforcement entirely, a fringe idea even among liberals, but about reallocating resources to prevent crime through social services, mental health support, and community programs. According to a 2021 Gallup poll, 61% of Democrats want police to spend more time in their neighborhoods, not less. We believe in addressing root causes of crime: poverty, lack of opportunity, untreated mental illness, because locking people up after the fact doesn't solve the problem. That's not anti-law and order, it's pro-prevention and pro-justice. Myth number 5, liberals want to destroy the church. The narrative that liberals are waging a war on religion is a potent one, conjuring images of secular extremists trying to outlaw faith and shutter churches. It's a myth rooted in fear, not fact. The reality: liberals don't want to destroy religion or prevent you from practicing your faith. The First Amendment guarantees your right to worship, pray, and gather, and we defend that right fiercely. What we oppose is the imposition of one religious doctrine on everyone else through legislation or policy. For example, when lawmakers push to ban abortion or same-sex marriage based solely on their religious beliefs, they're not protecting freedom. They're undermining it for those who don't share their views. The Founding Fathers, many of whom fled religious persecution in Europe, designed a system where faith and government remain separate to ensure true freedom for all. Liberals uphold that principle, not out of hostility toward religion, but out of a commitment to a pluralistic society where everyone, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, atheist, or otherwise, can live according to their conscience. We are America, just like you. At our core, liberals want what most Americans want: a society where people can live freely, pursue happiness, and raise their families without fear. We want tax dollars to support veterans, seniors, working families, and kids, not to fuel endless wars or corporate handouts. We want a country where you can believe what you want, love who you want, and raise your children how you see fit, so long as you respect others' rights to do the same. The fear-mongering narrative about liberals serves one purpose: to divide us. It's a story peddled by those who profit from discord: politicians, pundits, and influencers who thrive on outrage clicks and campaign donations. They paint us as monsters because it's easier to manipulate you when you're scared. But here's the truth: we don't want to erase you, control you, or cancel you. We accept you as you are. We only ask for the same respect in return. Let's honor the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the promise that America belongs to all of us, not just those who vote one way. So the next time you hear that tired script about the liberal menace, pause and ask yourself, who benefits from me believing this? It's not you, it's not me, and it's certainly not the country we all love. Let's reject the lies, see each other clearly, and build a future that lives up to America's highest ideals. Together. Scott Young, aka Sinfamous Gamer, is a writer and commentator passionate about cutting through political noise to find common ground. Follow him for more insights on breaking down myths and building a better America.